Okay. If we're live, one moment. All right, we are live. Okay. Hello, welcome everyone. If you are new, my name is Elaine. I'm a sex positive weight loss coach, and today we are doing a live Bellessa unboxing. Now, if you're watching on the replay, hello, welcome. I appreciate you. If you're new, make sure to introduce yourself down below. But this is also kind of like a girls' chat. Obviously, the men are always invited to come in, give their opinions. I've got a couple topics on dating specifically that has been spurred by a lot of actually the women in my gym just coming up to me and telling me about their dating lives, which has been a hell of a good time. So I've just had some topics that I'm just like, okay, these topics keep coming up, especially in the younger generation. Those of you who are really just like really starting to start life, you're in your early 20s, you're trying to navigate dating, and you keep meeting all of these different types of personalities, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? So we are going to have those conversations later today as well. But first and foremost, if you are new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you are wanting to work with me as a weight loss client or you need weight loss guidance, I do have group coaching that is going to be launching June, July. There's going to be over, I believe we have 18 spots in the initial launch, 3 different groups. So definitely pop into the link in the description box to head to my website to sign up for that if that's something that interests you. Or if you need one-on-one guidance, my one-on-one weight loss coaching list is also down in the description box below. And if you need help immediately, you need guidance immediately on your weight loss journey, I do have my one-on-one weight loss consultation calls open. I just did one yesterday. It was a fun time with the weight loss consultation calls. You get an action plan which identifies the 3 areas that you're struggling in and how to start taking action steps to start overcoming those barriers and help you move forward in your weight loss journey in a healthy and sustainable manner, because there's no point in losing weight rapidly if you're just going to gain it back at the end of the day. Now, by the way, the audio is going to be a little bit off because I couldn't plug in my mic today, so it's okay. We're going to invest in a better mic in the future. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but thank you for bearing with me. The audio might sound a little bit robotic. If it's completely horrendous, we might have to redo this live stream, obviously with another unboxing. But I did say, if you're on my Instagram or my TikTok, by the way, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Elaine Flex, same name as is on the screen. I did say that bring your tea, bring your wine. Hi everyone who's watching. So today I've got wine. Now I've still got to go to the gym today, so we are drinking some de-alcoholized wine. This is my first time trying this, so this is going to be a quick try for you. But this is the Carl Jung. Is it Cuvée? Cuvee white. So I've been really into de-alcoholized wine as of late within the past 6 months, because I realized sometimes, you just kind of grab a glass of wine after work to de-stress, but there's healthier coping mechanisms. And this is something that I've been working on with some of my clients as well, just reducing their alcohol intake and not using alcohol so much as a crutch in their daily lives. But if you're someone who's just like, you know what, I just still enjoy having a drink after work, but I don't necessarily need the alcohol, this is why we've been trying de-alcoholized wine. So let's crack this baby open. Okay, it literally just smells like grape juice. So, I mean, it should smell like grape juice. I get it, but at the same time, it makes me a little bit, a lot of it suspicious, okay? So, okay, let's try this. I'm not a fan. Like, okay, it's fine. It literally does taste like grape juice, but it has like a metallic taste to it. Like, yeah, it has a metallic taste to it that I'm not vibing with, but it's actually not horrible. So let me know down either in the comments or in the live chat what you're drinking today. If you're just drinking water, that's completely fine too. I got water over there. So let's get started with this Bellessa unboxing. Bellessa, by the way, this is not sponsored by any means. Bellessa just sent me these because I'm such a big fan of theirs. Y'all know I go hard for my Bellessa product. So they sent me 2 packages. There's this one and there's this one. I've obviously had to cross out my address because Some of y'all don't understand boundaries, okay? Okay, but let's start with the bigger package, the gray package. If you've ever watched any of my unboxings on, on on Instagram, you know I'm impatient. I'm gonna do my best. Damn. To not be super impatient during this unboxing and make sure I don't rip anything. But I get hella excited sometimes. Okay, this is cute. So Bellessa ended up sending me 1, 2, so it looks like 2 sweaters and a shirt. We love that. And inside of it, it comes with a card that says congratulations on your new apparel. Really, really cute. Oh, this is adorable. Okay, so first thing, I got a light pink Bellessa hoodie. Okay, it's a medium, so this is gonna fit oversized. I totally see myself doing a photo shoot. Once again, if you're on my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. That's where you guys will get like the most up-to-date stuff on what's going on in my life. But I've been on a boots rampage lately, and I have these 4-inch high white boots. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of a full-on photo shoot in this hoodie. So I'm getting some ideas here. It's gonna be a good old time. Then we've got, stop. Are you? I love Bellessa. Okay, what is this? Okay, so this is so that's a hoodie. So this is a pullover. It doesn't have the hoodie attached to it. It says hydrate and masturbate. Oh my god, this is okay. Literally, we are in I'm in up north, so this is called fall spring, where it's nice for a few days and then it goes back to being -20. During this week of fall spring, I'm literally about to go and do a fucking photo shoot with all of these pullovers. Hydrate and masturbate. Okay, hydrate for your health, masturbate for your health. It's so holistic. I love it. We're doing another photo shoot with that one. Okay, then. Okay, so this is another medium. What does this say? Stop. Stop. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Okay, so this, I love the color, by the way. I don't have, like, I'm a lover of yellows, and I don't have anything that's like this deep yellow in my collection yet. Obviously, like you can tell, I love yellow. We got the dress on with all of the yellow flowers on it. But this says, clit it or quit it. I feel like this is a message for our partners who don't know where the clit is, which you can teach a partner, obviously, but if they're purposely avoiding it, you might need to reevaluate that relationship. So clit it or quit it. Definitely going in the photo shoot category as well. Okay. So I love that. Thank you so much, Bellessa. I've got so many photo shoot ideas going off in my head because of all the new boots I have. So we are going to have some fun with those hoodies. And I would love to say that I could easily wear my hydrate and masturbate hoodie to work and not have any issues. But I live in the Texas of Canada, so that's not going to work. But I'm still definitely going to be rocking it around in town. Now let's get to the piece de resistance, the first toy. So actually Bellessa sent me 2 more toys that are back ordered. So this is the first one that they currently have in stock they could send me. So let's drum roll, please, as your girl tries to not break anything while she's opening this. Okay, which one was in stock? When they sent me the tracking information, I tried not to look at everything because I was just like, I still want it to be a surprise. Okay, so stop. Okay, okay. So I'm just gonna show you what is going on. So Bellessa does have an ethical porn subscription. I do have an affiliate link with that. I will go back and add it into the description box after this live. But Barbie's getting it. I love that for her. I just did not expect to see that. I made my day. This is the tracking page. Oh, I love that. This is your self-love journey begins here. I'm so damn excited for you. This is from Demi Lovato because they sent me the Demi wand. So if you have not heard about the Demi wand, I think it was one of Bellessa's like largest launches. When this came out, I saw the ladies going to grab it right away. But the Demi wand on the back, at least, it says it's supposed to be beginner friendly. It's pressure wave technology, which will be interesting. Okay, I think I completely misunderstood the concept of this toy, and now I'm even more excited. How is a wand pressure wave technology? Is there a hole at the top? Stop. Okay, we actually need to unbox this. It's dual stimulation. My mind is being blown right now. It's rechargeable. It has a storage case. Of course, this is part of the discreet series with the storage container, and it's waterproof. I'm actually shook because I genuinely thought, and I kid you not, I genuinely thought this was just like another regular schmegular wand, but it was like kind of like my Lux body wand, where it's just smaller, so it's easier to use in your partnered interactions. I don't think I've ever heard of a wand having pressure technology. And if you're not sure what pressure technology is, it's kind of like who started the pressure technology trend. I think Womanizer first came out with it, and then everyone hopped on. But it's usually kind of like oscillating air that's being pushed against your clitoris. There are toys that actually do suck, but air pressure technology is usually when it's kind of like just oscillating and pushing air against your clitoris as opposed to sucking. A lot of people get that confused. A lot of people say, oh, it's a suction toy. Oh, it's a suction toy. Most of these toys aren't actually sucking. There is a couple toys on the market that are suction toys that I eventually want to try out, but these are more so just moving the air back and forth so that it provides a different kind of vibration against your clitoris, essentially. Okay, enough with my rambling. God, internally right now, I'm like, I need to take this off and try it right now. But this is not OnlyFans, so we're not doing that. All right, so I guess we're doing a full-on live unboxing. So when you open it, you get, okay, this looks like a banana case. I don't know why, but you get this gorgeous bright yellow case. You've got your USB charger. It's the micro USB. So if you ever lose the charger for this, it's easy enough to pick up another micro USB in your house and plug it into this case. The charging port is on the outside of the case. On the inside, you also get an instruction on how to use this toy. I don't want to take a look at that just yet because I really, really, really want to see if I can figure this out myself. Okay, so this is the toy. She's so cute. Okay, and from an ergonomic standpoint, if you don't know, I'm an industrial hygienist. I'm an ergonomic subject matter expert. Just from an ergonomic standpoint, I love seeing ribbing. I don't know. I have the magic wand. The magic wand is my OG, like, powerhouse of a toy. But honey, when my hands start getting sweaty, when I'm ready to orgasm, and that toy just starts slipping in my hand because it's completely ABS plastic, so it moves every which way once my hands get sweaty. So I love seeing ribbing or texture on toys, especially where you hold it, so that you get a little bit more control. But the little toy, let's grab her. Okay, she feels really good. Okay, so I was thinking, since it said it's a pressure technology toy, I was thinking that there'd be a hole at the top, but there's no hole. If you're wondering why I'm looking over here, that's because the chat is over here. Welcome. Okay, one moment. Wait, let me interact. In the chat. Okay, I am going to say one thing. I really love the fact that it's just sitting. It's just sitting on my laptop, no problem. But I was fully expecting there to be something here, but there's nothing there. Okay, so the toy looks like this on the top, looks like this from the side, and it looks like there is no actual buttons. So I'm assuming you operate it from the end somehow, because there is a very obvious segment over here. And you can see that there's the magnetic charging ports. So if for some reason you don't have your case with you, I love Bellessa toys because they have dual charging functionality. You can charge it in the case, or if you have a magnetic charger. I believe my magnetic chargers from, sorry about that, I forgot to silence my phone. I believe it's my magnetic charger from my Satisfier vibrators that works for this, or my Body Lux wand. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have a magnetic charger, you can usually charge this toy with a regular schmegler magnetic charger. So to turn on this toy, there's no, I'm gonna MacGyver this. Okay, so okay, oh, okay, so there is, the on button is right at the bottom here. So 3-second hold. Oh, okay. Okay. So, not that I'm like unimpressed. I know like my face looks like I'm unimpressed. I'm just confused because it does describe this toy as a pressure wave technology. And now I'm getting confused about what we're trying to say in the sex toy industry when we say pressure wave technology, because to me, this is a regular schmegler vibrator. Okay. Did I miss something? And I mean, it goes up pretty high, so I'm excited to actually test this out. As okay, I'm lost. I'm genuinely lost. So I'm curious what they mean by it's a pressure technology toy. So let's see. Turn on the power button by holding down for 3 seconds. Cycle through 8. It literally says in the manual that it's 8 vibrating modes. So it's a vibrating toy. It's not a pressure technology toy. I just got really excited for no reason. It's okay. It's okay. My heart. It's okay. It's okay. It says that once you have it charged, you get about 1 hour of playtime, which is pretty average for industry standard. But yeah, this is, I feel like they need to update the back of the box and change that from pressure wave technology to just vibrating technology, because that is very confusing. Because like I said, when I think of pressure wave technology, I think of the discrete air, what other Bellessa toy, the Pebble, the BuzzFeed, the G-Spot wand that also has the clitoral suction end that I reviewed a couple months back. But I think of actual air technology toys when, yeah, so I'm not 100% sure, but this is definitely like just not a regular schmegler vibrator, because it does have some features that I'll definitely go more into once I try it and fully review it. But yeah, there's nothing, like, I love how I keep like turning it on to see if any magical thing is going to happen, but okay, it is what it is. It feels like a powerful mini wand. I'm going to be really interested to see how it holds up. But that's it. Okay, that's it. That's it for the unboxing of the Demi wand. I feel like I just gave Bellessa an idea. Please create a wand that also has clitoral suction technology. I just had a little flashback. I think I'm essentially asking them to recreate the Satisfier Pro 3, which I already have, which is literally, it's in the shape of a cone, and I'll review this in a couple weeks to months, but it's in the shape of a cone. It has the suction component, but the head of it can also vibrate. I guess that's essentially kind of what I was expecting. I was like, where am I getting this idea from? Satisfier already did it. But I was literally expecting there to be a hole in here where, you know, we were getting some pressure air technology or something, but it is flat on the end, which I think is really cool. It will make it a little bit more interesting for different forms of stimulation outside of just clitoral or penile stimulation. So that is the unboxing of the Demi wand. I am very excited to try it out tonight because it's always good vibes in my bed. Okay. I mean, you literally can't, I feel like you can't review sex toys and always be in a bad mood. Your hormones just don't allow you to do that. I'm just saying. So it's always good vibes in my house over here. All right. So that is the Demi wand. The box is so like, I know that it's a wand, but I'm like, the box is big for the for what you actually get inside of it. And I do love Bellesa's packaging. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with all of my sex toy packaging. So if you have an idea, let me know. I kind of want to have them displayed somewhere in the house, to be honest, but I just don't know how I'm going to organize that. If I'm going to get hella shelves, we'll see. But if you've seen anything that's sort of like a really cool organization idea for a crap ton of boxes, I'm talking like how many, when I calculated, I have over 60 toys. We still have to review over 40 of them. So that's a year and a half's worth of content for you guys. So if you have organization ideas for over 60 boxes, let me know. I would be very much appreciative of it. Okay. So that's the unboxing. If you missed it, you can always rewind, put me on 1.5 speed and watch it until you catch up. If you are just joining, I tried today the Carl Jung de-alcoholized wine. It's their Cuvée white wine. Compared to other non-alcoholic wines I've tried, it's like a 5 out of 10. Still gonna drink it because I don't waste money like that. And it's not horrendous. It's just because I've had other non-alcoholic wines that taste amazing. Is it the Loxton Moscato? Chef's kiss. I love that. I actually don't keep it in the house because I just drink it like juice. But this one is like it's a meh. Okay, the more I drink it, the more I like it. So, you know, sometimes just take my complaining with a grain of salt. No, it's still a 5. It's still a 5. Let's be real. All right. So let's get into some dating and relationships. Oh my goodness, for my younger millennial ladies and the men. As I said, this will be on playback, so please leave your tips, thoughts, comments down below. And this is an LGBTQ friendly channel, and the women I've been talking to, some of them are in LGBTQ partnerships or just exploring LGBTQ partnerships. So I'll keep this very general. If I say man, or like if I say things from a heteronormative standpoint, please just apply it to everyone equally. I'll do my best to just say partner instead of like boyfriend, girlfriend, XYZ. Okay, so one thing that I've been noticing in a lot of the women who've been approaching me with their dating problems, also, I love how I just go to the gym and people love to share their lives with me. I just stand there and look pretty, and then a lot of people tell me to become a life coach. We'll get there eventually, okay? I got to get the weight loss coaching thing done first. But a lot of the things I've been noticing when a lot of the ladies are talking to me about just the dating situationships, because that's mainly what it's been, situationships that they've been in, is that y'all don't know your non-negotiables. You really don't. How are you going to get mad at a partner? I'm going to say man, but a partner for treating you XYZ, like a certain type of way, when you didn't let them know from the beginning, or after the first instance, the second instance, the third instance of you feeling disrespected, that doesn't fly with you. The reason why you didn't let them know that doesn't fly with you is either because, one, you feel you have a low sense of self-worth and you feel as if your thoughts and your boundaries aren't valid, or you genuinely don't know your boundaries and your non-negotiables. So if you're someone who is of a younger, actually, it's not even younger generation, because like women my age also don't know their non-negotiables, okay? And this is something that I've been having to rework now that I'm really like, okay, we're done dating regular schmegular just for dating. We're dating for marriage at this point, okay? Whenever I'm ready. Right now, I'm really on like a self-improvement, level up my business kind of journey. I'm really not trying to find someone. If someone comes, cool. If they don't, great. I'm not trying to look. But for those of you who are looking and you are trying to put yourself out there, whether it's for actually like dating long term or dating short term, you got to know your non-negotiables first and foremost, before you start messing with anyone. And this could be literally, you could have non-negotiables for your, I'm just going to be candid, for your fuck buddies as well. Because I do have a friend who's like that, where she's like, okay, my fuck buddy has to have these qualities because I'm not trying to establish a long-term relationship with a fuck buddy. So I love how she goes about it. Her fuck buddy must have a quality that she knows she would never have in her future husband. Like the quality that they have, yes, the person is attractive enough, they will sleep with them, they will enjoy their companionship in that way, but there's that one quality that she could not negotiate on. So she's essentially sleeping with men that have a red flag that she will not be able to overlook in a long-term partnership. That's knowing your non-negotiables. That's knowing exactly what you want from the relationship that you're in. Because then you don't get disappointed when they cross a boundary. You don't get upset when they cross a boundary. You just get up and leave because that's a non-negotiable for you. That's your red flag. And you're just like, okay, peace. You don't meet the bare minimum requirements that I need to feel secure in this type of relationship. So thank you for your time. It's not going to work for me. A lot of the women who've been approaching me in the gym are still going through their growth. All of us are growing. Most of us are growing, or if you're older, you might still be seeking growth. I mean, you wouldn't be on my channel, you wouldn't be on my pages if you weren't seeking growth, okay? Let's be real. So a lot of them are still growing, and it's completely understandable that we don't really know this from the get-go, because I wasn't taught this either. It's something that I learned through years of therapy, but not everyone has access to therapy. Not everyone is fortunate enough to go through that path or wants to go through that path. So one of the things that I've been working on for, I feel like it's been over a decade, because I've been in therapy on and off for since I was in my teens, is really understanding your non-negotiables, your boundaries. What is a red flag? Like when you see the red flag, you say, okay, thank you so much for your time, but this is not going to work out. And or if you see a pink flag, yes, there's pink flags. There's flags where you're just like, not 100% sure if this is going to work for me. I need to seek more information, and you start a conversation around it. And then there's your green flags. Your green flags are like, okay, now we can actually start seeing if this is going to be a long-term thing, if that's what you are seeking. So my first tip, if you're like in the dating world, you find yourself constantly getting disappointed, or you find yourself constantly ending up with partners who are not meeting your standards, what are your standards? If they're not meeting your standards, what are your standards, and what is your vetting process to make sure that they meet those standards before you end up wasting, and I literally mean wasting, months, some of you years, and like that pains my heart. I've gone through it too, where you literally waste years and years on someone where from the get-go they didn't meet your standards, but you still tried to keep making it work because for some reason Disney taught us that we can apparently change people, which is the next topic. So that's actually a wonderful segue. Second thing I've been telling the younger ladies at my gym is, you can't date on potential. I don't care if you see someone, you start talking to them, they start talking about all of these dreams that they have and XYZ that they want to do. That's wonderful. We all have dreams. Who are they right now? Because you're dating the person that they are right now. If they're talking about all of these amazing dreams that they want, and I've noticed this a lot in the men I've dated, I don't date men that are in the same age range as me. I like, if you're even like 2 years older than me, I'm just kind of like side-eyeing, because our maturity levels are usually very different when it comes to heteronormative male-female relationship. I'm usually dating men who are 5, 10, 15 years older than me, because I just find that my mindset aligns better with men in those age ranges. And even men in those age ranges, if you're telling me about all of your dreams and your goals, but your actions right now, you are someone who's not taking action, you're not taking action towards your goals and your dreams like you say you want to, it's a big ass no. Because I'm not dating on potential, I'm dating the person right now. A lot of women, when we start dating, when we start liking someone, we get so emotional about it, because that's who we are as women. We like to feel things, okay? And that's completely normal. Embrace that part of yourself. But at some point, you do have to kind of bring in that masculine energy, that kind of analytical energy, and just take a step back and be like, okay, are their words and their actions matching? They say they want to do all of these amazing things, and I would love to date that person that they want to become in the future, but are they actually taking action steps now to become that person in the future? I've been conversing, and when I announced that I became single, some of y'all just came hard. Also, the married men who came hard for me, who were literally trying to use me to cheat on their partners. We had a little conversation about that on Friday, how I literally messaged the wives. We don't do that shit. But the men started coming hard. And a lot of what I noticed was if you talk to someone for a month, 2 months, 3 months, I say people really do start to show their colors quite early. If you start to talk to them for a couple months and they're talking about all of these dreams, but every single night when you're like, when you're messaging them, hey, like, what you doing? And they're like, I'm watching Netflix. I'm laying in bed. I'm going out with the boys. Okay, cool. At what point are you going to start working towards your dreams? If that's a non-negotiable for you, if you're someone who's just like, I really do want to date someone who goes after what they want, who's action oriented, okay, that's great that they say they want to do XYZ, but what are they doing right now? You got to date the person right now. You can't get so gooey-eyed, googly-eyed, like so in love right off the bat that you just essentially kind of ignore who they are right now, hoping that they'll become the person that they say they want to become. A lot of us have dreams. Not everyone achieves their dreams, and that's for a good reason. Being an action-oriented person is hard. Being a growth-oriented person is hard. You will have a lot of people telling you they want to reach for the stars and become this amazing person. If I'm being honest, maybe 10% of those people will actually get off their asses and go do what they want to do to become the person that they want to be. That's the truth. So if you are dating, if you're younger, if you are still trying to navigate this whole dating thing, my second main tip so the first tip was you got to know what your non-negotiables are. You got to know what your standards are, what your values are, so that you can stop wasting time on people who don't meet your standards. You got to really get a vetting process in so that you understand, okay, they don't meet this non-negotiable. Oh, hey, this red flag is here. We're not going to waste any more time. It was nice knowing you, but I've got to find someone who's better aligned with me. Then the second tip is to make sure that you are dating the person right now. You are seeing the person for who they are right now, not for the person that they're going to be in the future. And if the person they are right now, you're just kind of like, not that excited about, don't stick around to wait and see if they become that amazing person in the future. If they become that amazing person in the future and then you guys link up in the future and you're still aligned, then that's awesome. But don't sit around hoping that that person will become who they say they want to be in the future. Don't stick around waiting and seeing if maybe you could change them to become the person that you want in the future. And that will be the third tip for navigating relationships is you gotta stop trying to change people. And I think I made a post on this yesterday on Instagram, specifically around sexual compatibility and sex drive and partners hoping, specifically my male audience, and we're talking about cisgender male audience, hoping that, if you get with a partner who has a lower sex drive, maybe down the road in the relationship, their sex drive is going to change. No, I'm going to say that again. Okay. I'm looking over here, but I'm going to say it again. No, stop dating people thinking that you can change them. This goes for men, women, anyone in the trans umbrella, anyone who is asexual. Stop dating people thinking you can change them. If you don't like the person they are right now, don't date them. I feel like sometimes we all understand this concept, but we don't really get it. And I'm guilty for this too. I've dated a lot of, I've been dating since I was 13. I've dated a lot of people thinking, oh, they'll become this amazing person down the road. No. Oh, maybe if I stick around for a couple more months, they'll change. No. When people show you their true colors, when people tell you who they are, believe them. I'm going to go off on a little personal side story here. So I have, as of late, as you know, I've been growing as a business owner, I've been growing as a content creator, all of that. I have been having men approach me and then immediately, I'm talking about within the first week, tell me that they think that they're not good enough for me. Now, past me, very naive past me, was like, oh no, I'm like, you've got so many great qualities about you. Why would you say that? Okay. When someone tells you they think they're not good enough for you, listen to them. Say, you know what? Thank you so much for letting me know that. If that's how you truly feel, I do think that maybe you might need to work on your own self-worth, your own self-love, but I'm just not in the space to date someone who does not value themselves enough to be with me, because that's where it really is. It is showing. I think that is honestly one of like the most triggering, biggest red flag statements of my life. As how old am I turning? I'm turning 27. As a 20-year-old, okay, so as a 27-year-old, as someone who's in my late 20s, any person who comes up to me who is interested in dating me, the moment that they say they think they are not good enough for me, I'm like, okay, you know what? I hear you. And you know what? If that's how you think, you are letting me know who you are as a person. And if you think you're not good enough for me, then that's fine. I'm hoping that you can go and find someone who's better aligned with you, but that person's not me, and that's okay. Instead of being like, oh no, like I'm sure you're good enough for me. You know what usually happens in those situations? And I've had multiple of my girlfriends experience the same things. So usually in my experience, what happened in those situations is the partner ended up getting really insecure for whatever reason. They were convinced that no matter what they did, they would not be good enough for me as a partner. And keep in mind, like, we're talking like they're really revealing this to me within the first month or within the first week to month of talking, not even exclusive dating. And then my dumbass actually decided to exclusively date them. Then as time progressed, the insecurities got so much worse. Then when people usually feel like they're not good enough for something, they believe that they don't deserve something, the self-sabotage comes in. And we all self-sabotage in different components of our lives. I self-sabotage myself in my business journey all the time. I self-sabotage myself in my mental health journey, my own growth. We self-sabotage because we don't think that we are ready for the next level. We don't think that we're deserving of the next level. We don't think that we're deserving of something better. And in order to overcome that, we've really got to work on ourselves and really affirm to ourselves that we do deserve good things in our lives. But the people who are so stuck in the mentality of thinking that they don't deserve good things will always self-sabotage the good things that come into their lives. That is including the good relationships that come into their lives. So if someone tells you that they're not good enough, they believe they're not good enough for you, listen to them. Listen to them, because it more than likely means that they are in a pattern of self-sabotaging their relationships when they think that they're not good enough, because they think that they don't deserve better. So they will find a way to make sure that they create that self-fulfilling prophecy, so that they'll probably keep self-sabotaging the relationship until you leave them. And then they'll be like, see, I told you I wasn't good enough for you. Because they want to confirm their self-fulfilling prophecy that they weren't good enough for you from the beginning. So don't date people trying to change them. And don't, if someone says that they're not good enough for you, believe them. Believe them. There's an abundance of people in the world. There's an abundance of people to date in the world. So get out of the scarcity mindset. It's like, oh, but they're so nice. Maybe I will find someone else who's better than them. Let me actually just start dating. No. Sis, no. Bro, no. There's an abundance of people in the world. You will find someone that's better aligned with you. But when someone is showing major red flags from the beginning, don't settle because you think that there's not enough women out there. There's not enough men out there. There's not enough XYZ out there. There's an abundance of everything in this world. Everything. You will find the right person that aligns with you eventually. Don't settle. Don't compromise on your non-negotiables because you are in this scarcity mindset, this lack mindset, that you won't find a partner that is aligned with you. Okay. So just to recap before I drink some more wine, water, what have you. So if you are in dating, you are trying to just kind of figure things out, or if you're dating to, find a long-term partner and actually get married, first of all, know your non-negotiables, know your standards. Second, please stop dating on potential. Take the person for who they are right in the moment. If you don't like that person right there and then, don't date them thinking that they're going to become something better than they are right now in the future. If they do, that's amazing, but it's not for you to stick around and find out. We've all got limited time on this planet. Find someone that aligns with you in this moment. Stop dating people on potential. Then the third thing is to stop dating people and trying to change them. And if someone says that they believe they're not good enough for you, take them at full value. Listen to what people say. People will tell you exactly who they are. As women, we have this amazing tendency to filter that stuff out. Don't know where we learned that. I really don't know where we learned that, but we have this amazing tendency to filter that stuff out, to sugarcoat it. But if someone believes they're not good enough for you, they are telling you that there's something with them, that whether it's their own habits, whether it's their own mindset, there's something within them where they know that they're going to self-sabotage this relationship. Listen to them. Bounce. There's an abundance of people out there. Okay, next. This wine. Let's see if I like it even better this time. It's still at a 5 rating for me. No, still a 5. No, still a 5. Okay. So the last thing that I've been talking to a lot of the women in my gym about is self-worth. And okay, let's actually be real. Self-worth should have been at the very top of this list, because it also goes into your non-negotiables. It trickles down. Because when you understand your self-worth, when you understand your value, when you love yourself so much, like an almost obsessive amount, hey, you are not willing to settle for less than you deserve, whatever that means to you. So when you understand your own self-worth, you don't compromise on your non-negotiables. When someone tells you exactly who they are or shows you exactly who they are, and you know that doesn't align with you, you don't stick around for an extra week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You don't marry them. You bounce from the get-go, because you understand your self-worth. You understand that you're better than that. You deserve more than that. And you understand that there's an abundance of people in the world. If this person doesn't align with you and they show you their true colors from the get-go, you're being given a decision. Are you going to settle and hope that they change? Or are you going to just let it go, let that connection go, with the understanding that when you do release something better usually comes along? Keyword there being usually, because, you know, sometimes we can fall back into our old habits and pick partners that we know we really shouldn't have gone back to begin with. I'm guilty of that too. Okay. Not judging. We all go through it. Some of us go through it multiple rounds before we get the point. But at the end of the day, if you understand your own self-worth, if you fostered self-worth, if you fostered self-love, you are not going to settle for the people who are going to break your non-negotiables. You're not going to settle for the people who continuously cross your boundaries. By the way, one thing about boundaries and how many times a partner crosses them. If a partner crosses your boundary once, that's a warning. If a partner crosses your boundary twice, goodbye. That's a goodbye. And I'm talking about in a dating scenario. Obviously, when you are married, there is a lot more involved there. But when you're at the beginning of dating and someone continuously crosses your boundaries, why are you going to continue dating them? Why are you going to let them put a ring on your finger? Why are you going to get married to them? Why are you going to have their children? From the get-go, they showed you that they were going to disrespect your boundaries. And what happens when you stay with someone who continuously disrespects your boundaries is you affirm to them that, okay, they can disrespect me, but I'm going to go back. So why would they stop? So when you understand your self-worth, you don't settle for people crossing your boundaries multiple times. When you understand your self-worth, you don't compromise on your non-negotiables. When you understand your self-worth, when you see a red flag, you run. You don't sit there and be like, oh, maybe I can change my no, you don't change your red flag. You know what you deserve, you run. When you understand your self-worth, when someone says they believe they're not good enough for you, you understand that they're probably going to self-sabotage any future relationship that you have. So you say, you know what? Thank you so much for your time, but I don't think we're aligned. And you move on with your life. So at the end of the day, yes, I've mentioned XYZ, but if you're really like in the dating space, and you haven't really cultivated a sense of self-worth, a sense of self-love, you don't understand the value that you have as a person. You don't understand why you deserve to be happy, why you deserve to be with partners who respect you, who will love on you, who will treat you properly, who will respect your boundaries. You really got to do the inner work. And the inner work can come in so many different forms and shape. For me, because I have a past of childhood, childhood sexual abuse. I had to do a lot of the inner work through therapy, and I'm still going through the inner work through therapy, because my sense of self-worth and my sense of safety in relationships and my sense of what I deserved in life was compromised from a very young age. And when you grew up with those internalized fears I'm now 27, for 27 years, there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. But not all of us have trauma stories. A lot of us grew up in homes that were relatively healthy, but we still don't have a sense of self-worth. And that may be because we grew up in the social media era, where we're constantly comparing ourselves to others, constantly comparing other people's relationships to our own XYZ. So you can do the work outside of therapy. You can do the work through actually educating yourself, reading books, self-help books. I know everyone kind of shits on self-help books, but if you're someone who has literally, you don't even understand what the concept of self-worth is, a self-help book will get you started. Going through investing yourself and actually going through coaching courses, whether that's self-confidence courses, whether that is self-love courses, whether that is there's a lot of confidence coaches out there, whether that's going with a life coach. That will also be a form of doing the work. And a big form of doing the work is really just starting to learn how to set boundaries, starting to cut off the ties in your life that are really negatively impacting your space. If you start anywhere and you're like, I don't have the money to invest in anything right now, setting boundaries is free. Letting go of toxic relationships is free. It's hard, especially if you're someone who is a people pleaser, but that will really start your self-worth journey and understanding what you deserve better in life. So that is the end of today's live stream. Thank you so much for those of you who popped in, popped out. Thank you to everyone who is watching on replay. If you've got questions, if you've got input, please leave them down below in the comments or in the live chat. Always be respectful. Please don't argue with each other in the comments. Sometimes I'll look at the comments, because I get them whenever you comment, I usually just get it directly to my phone. And then I'll be like, why are y'all arguing with each other? And I'll just delete the entire thread, because I'm like, I don't want this energy in my on my platform. So if you've got your opinions, please share them kindly in the comments and communicate with each other in a way that is respectful. Don't bash each other. Don't call anyone stupid. And also understand that everyone navigates relationships, dating, all of that differently. But at the end of the day, just make sure that you are valuing yourself and you're not settling for partners that aren't meeting your standards. And if you don't know what your standards are, that is a call for you to do the inner work and figure out what you need in order to feel fulfilled in your partnerships, if fulfillment in your partnerships is something that you've been really lacking in as of late. Okay, this wine, this non-alcoholic wine, still a 5. We're not changing that. Carl Jung Cuvée White non-alcoholic wine, still a 5. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Always remember that your fitness goes beyond. Cornel. Oh, thank you, Cornel. I really do love and appreciate you. I hate that you just commented at the very end, but we'll definitely be doing more live streams. I'm going to try and do a live stream with you guys at least once a month. I'll think of a topic. I'll bring my wine, bring your tea, bring your coffee, and we'll have a good old time. But anyway, as I was saying before, Cornel got my attention. Always remember that your fitness goes beyond your aesthetics. It's not just about how good you look. It's important to make sure that you feel good mentally, emotionally, physically, and sexually. I don't think that there's going to be any other videos on the screen, but watch the other videos on the screen. And I'll see you in the next live stream and or video. Bye.